Hello everyone, this is M.Revathi M, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, Dr. SNS Rajarachmi College of Arts and Science. In this series, we discussed about the theoretical fundamentals of artificial intelligence. Today, we are going to discuss about the monotonic reasoning. First, we see the introduction of reasoning. So the introduction of reasoning pattern in AI, there are different types. So there are declarative, inductive, monotonic, objective. So in monotonic reasoning, we are having the monotonic reasoning and non-monotonic reasoning. So monotonic reasoning is a type of logical reasoning where the set of conclusion or results only grows as more knowledge is added. This means that when something is proven true, it remains true, regardless of any additional information that might be introduced later. Next one is a non-monotonic reasoning. So it is the direction of reasoning is stable and unchanged. Changeable one. So monotonic reasoning is a not changeable, but non-monotonic reasoning is a changeable. Changes with the new knowledge. Next, we see the scene briefly. Monotonic reasoning moves in one direction. So it's type of logical thinking where the conclusion drawn from a set of facts remain unchanged even when new information is added. It moves in one direction. It means once something is proven true, it says true. Regardless of any additional knowledge that may be introduced later, the kind of reasoning is based on the valid facts and trustworthy knowledge, making it stable and reliable. For example, the statement the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. It is a fact, truth and remain valid regardless of any discovery in astronomy. So in monotonic reasoning, the additional of new information does not change the previous result. It's a constant one. Next, we see the non-monotonic reasoning. So we already know non-monotonic reasoning is a changeable one. So it's a type of logical reasoning where conclusion can change when new information is introduced. Unlike monotonic reasoning, the values or outcomes in non-monotonic reasoning may increase or decrease with the new information. It's a changing condition. This approaches depends heavily on assumption on evolving data, so making it more flexible and closer to real world human reasoning. For example, consider the process of boiling water. Here, if the temperature will increase, the heated but can decrease if heated is turned off. The conclusion about the water state can change depending on the situation, similar to how non-monotonic reasoning updates or revises its conclusion as circumstances evolve. This reasoning style is essential in dynamic environments, such as artificial intelligence systems that must adapt to new inputs and uncertainties. Next, we see what are the difference between the monotonic and non-monotonic reasoning. So we already know monotonic is a not changeable. So it is a constant value. The previous fact is not changed the information. In non-monotonic reasoning, it's a changeable one. So it's a decrease or the increase in the new information. So two distinct approaches to drawing conclusion in logic and artificial intelligence. So monotonic relies on valid proof and complete facts, which means that once a conclusion is reached, it remains unchanged. Even if new information added, it is closely likened to deductive reasoning. So non-monotonic reasoning is a objective reasoning. So it reflects the nature of objective and human reasoning, where we often revise our belief when presented with new evidence, while monotonic reasoning ensures stability and certainty. Non-monotonic reasoning allows flexibility and adaptation. So here we see it's a valid proof. Valid proof result never change. Non-monotonic based on the incomplete facts, results will change. So it depends the deductive reasoning. Non-monotonic is a objective and human reasoning. So next we see in briefly. So monotonic reasoning is a logical process in which conclusion does not change when new information is added. It moves in a single direction, meaning the set of known truths only increase over time. This reasoning relies on very specific models that are supported by valid proof and true facts. Once a conclusion is reached through monotonic reasoning, it remains valid regardless of any additional knowledge introduced later. Deductive reasoning is the most common example of monotonic reasoning, where outcomes are always based on the logically sound and factual premises. Its contrast, non-monotonic reasoning allows conclusion to change as new information because available. It is more flexible and reasoning knowledge is added. So it's monotonic reasoning won't change the result. It's change the result. So it deals with a very specific type of model. It has a valid proof. So non-monotonic deals with the incomplete results. It's unknown facts. In monotonic reasoning, results are always true. Therefore, set of proportion will one increase. It always increase the value. In non-monotonic reasoning, results and set of proposition will increase or decrease. So it's based on the condition of added knowledge. Monotonic reasoning is based on the true facts. So it's based on the assumption. So deductive and reasoning is the type of monotonic reasoning. Abductive reasoning is the type of non-monotonic reasoning. So I hope you enjoy this section. We come to the end of the section. Thank you.